What's going on, people? So, there's another article for Sony's PS5 talking about release date being sometime holiday 2020, which more than likely will be a guarantee, just like with the PS4, and I think even with the PS3, a November release date. I know a bunch of people were wanting it to come out, excuse me, um, first quarter of 2020. I know a lot of people were looking forward to that. I never saw that happening. I'm just gonna be real with y'all. I never saw that happening. I was like, that's not Sony. That's not their way. So, in this article, it looks like they're saying it is confirmed by Sony that it'll be out holiday 2020, which is more than likely a November release, giving you a month to get up the money that's going to be needed to buy this thing for someone for Christmas. So, that being said, what makes this article Sony? With Sony, it's always a good news, bad news scenario. It's no different. It looks like Sony is going to have backwards compatibility from the PS4, but it's going to be like Xbox in the sense that it's going to be limited. You really don't want to break that tie, do you, PlayStation? You really want to remain copying what Xbox does. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but you two are mirror images of one another, and it's really fucking annoying because you started off this generation with a lot of great exclusives. Not so much anymore. Yeah, there's still good exclusives, and yeah, you can still buy them, but notice they've slowed way down. They've slowed way down with the exclusives. We only got like 2 more coming out that people honestly care about, which is Death Stranding and when I say people care about these games, I mean other people, not me. I don't give a damn about Death Stranding, and I don't give a damn about The Last of Us Part 2. I don't. I didn't care for The Last of Us Part 1. I don't care about Part 2. They kind of ruined me giving a fuck about that when they started talking about the girl being gay. I don't give a fuck about her being gay. I'm playing the game because of the environment, not the character. Okay? That's like me giving a damn if Nathan Drake was gay. I don't give a damn about Nathan Drake. I'm there to play the story. I'm there to look at the environments. There's a reason they call that game the male version of Tomb Raider. Because it's a massive world that's beautiful to look at, and you kind of don't give a fuck about the story. You kind of care about exploring more. You dig what I'm saying? So when they started getting into detail about the main character's sexuality, I just stopped caring because first of all, it's a cartoon. This is a person that's make believe. They're not real. Second of all, even if they were real, I only give a fuck about that if I'm trying to be with that person and I'm not trying to be with that person, so I don't give a fuck about it. You dig what I'm saying? So, Death Stranding and The Last of Us 2 seem like they've been the 2 biggest games they've talked about this entire generation. And I just don't care. I really don't. I just hope PlayStation, you don't fall into the same category that Xbox. You guys have honestly done this entire generation. It's been annoying. Which is, when you did Game Pass, you were like, our games are going to start going to Game Pass. Day 1. Honestly, the shit smell has not left since that announcement. Okay, let's just be real. The last big titles to come to Game Pass on day 1 have all been day 1 garbage. Meaning they're trash. They're not worth the time. They're not even worth the $60 to go physically buy them, let alone download them. These games have been trash. Now they can be fixed today, but day 1, let's do the roll call. Crackdown 3, garbage. Sea of Thieves, garbage. State of Decay 2, garbage. Do I need to keep going? All these are heavy hitting games that Xbox you promoted. And they're supposed to be your exclusives, but they're all trash. Now, PlayStation, I guess because you're not offering them through PlayStation Now, you feel some type of way, the need to be good, which good. I'm glad, because honestly, with Xbox doing that, they've just been allowing garbage to go straight to the Game Pass. Why is Forza Horizon 1, 2, and 3 still MIA from Game Pass? Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. By the way, why is Forza still MIA from Game Pass? In general, because it is a first party game from Microsoft, and Game Pass is supposed to hold their first party games, and I don't see Forza on there. They did put Halo on there later on after Game Pass came out with the Master Chief Collection, the Halo Wars 1 remastered and 2, but it's like Game Pass is supposed to be where you go to play the Xbox titles that are exclusive to Xbox, yet there's more third-party titles on it than Xbox original. Honestly, if Xbox original titles were to show up and they still wanted to mix in AAA titles that are from Bethesda or Konami or wherever, I think the library would have to be bigger, because the 360 has a fuck ton of exclusive content. And the 360 doesn't have that many games available via backwards compatibility on the Xbox One through Game Pass. If you think I'm lying, go check it right now. I guarantee you'll only find a handful of games, not a massive amount. Let alone they're only the fables mainly. So let's keep that in mind. Xbox Game Pass is a great service. However, your first party titles have suffered majorly. I think if Game Pass wasn't a thing right now, it wouldn't matter, because, I mean, let's be honest, PS Now hasn't done worth a fuck anyway. So, if we're being honest, Game Pass has hurt Xbox One titles, because a lot of these games could be way better than they come out with if there was no Game Pass guaranteeing a big number of the community we're going to play it day one because it's available on Game Pass. If they were to realize, hey, we need to make these games complete, we need to make these games good, we need these games to play and handle great, they need to be as if this service doesn't exist. They need to be like when the original OG Xbox came out, the games were good. We need 360 titles that are good. We need these games that are going to Game Pass for Xbox One, that are made for Xbox One, to be as good as 360. If not better, pardon me. But that's honest. I'm being completely honest with you. Okay, I can't sit here and say Xbox service is flawless. No, it's a good service. But the quality of Xbox One title life has suffered dramatically. There has not been a release from Xbox that I can justify anybody spending $60 on when the game goes to Game Pass. I'm sorry, I can't do it. You've seen plenty of people rant about Sea of Thieves, State of Decay 2, Crackdown 3, and the list just goes on. You've seen these complaints. I've made these complaints, and it's not that I feel like the games are bad. I feel like the games are bad, or they're made bad, just in the simple fact that developers know this game is going to Game Pass. Less people are going to physically buy it, because with Game Pass, you get it for just $15 a month with gold, which means you get the online play plus the campaign mode, all for $15 a month. And they know if we just put out the game, we can go in and fix it. Unfortunately, that motto is only 25% true, because maybe 25% of the audience will allow that. Meanwhile, the other 75% have moved on, wondering why the game can't be successful later in life. Because your day one release, regardless of the game, is responsible for 99% of your feedback. The day one, the moment we get it, whether we download it, whether we buy it, whether we stream it, the day one edition, the very first game to be bought, is where all these reviews come from. If you go pick up a copy of Death Stranding on day one, your review is going to be completely uncut. It's going to be unnatural because of the simple, well, it's going to be more natural than unnatural because you haven't seen anybody else's reviews. You're making your own review. Therefore, you can be as raw and as raunchy and as uncut with it as you want to be because you have that day one edition versus someone who bought it down the road when it was on sale because they were hearing everybody talk and they put in their mind a different price set. So, with that being said, PlayStation, the one thing you have going for you is that your games are not day one available on PS Now, making the quality of your games of a higher value. Whereas with Xbox, Game Pass is hurt. But PlayStation, this 50-50 news has got to stop. If you're going to be backwards compatible on the PS5 and it's just going to be as lousy as Xbox backwards compatibility because it's pretty fucking lousy, don't worry about it. Just keep PlayStation Now. Figure out a way to make it decent. And make that your backwards compatibility. I can't really argue with that factor because look at Game Pass. Anyway,